Welcome to Sylvia Stingray. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Sylvia, your Yuri Manhwa translator. Hey guys, good morning. Let me present you the new chapter of My Sick Sister Always Miss Me, chapter 64. So here it is. Let's read the story. From the past, the first time Miss Sue knows about Wenjiao's mother when someone was reporting about the investigation. This lady is your husband's new favorite. They often go in and out of the hotel together. The man said Mr. Su also took her on the business trips together on the places in the guise of a secretary. Well, Miss Sue said, what does she have to do with me? Now it makes sense. Her father wanting to tell her that her husband it's been unfaithful to her back then, since the two of them still don't have firstborn back then. Of course, it was really difficult. How could it be her? Miss Sue said before. The first time I met her was when I organized a charity dinner as Miss Sue Hedgen. Madam, I asked someone to rush the elevator. Mr. Wu, please let me go. You drank too much. Don't do this. Back then, it was Wenjiao's mother. If you sleep with me for one night, I will double your salary next month, Mr. Wu said to her. No, twice as much. Mr. Wu offered to Wenjiao's mother. Back then, Wenjiao's mother, she is really helpless, and when she seeing Miss Su, Wenjiao's mother, she was asking help for Miss Su, but the old man, Mr. Wu, he seems to be tricky and said, Miss, please take the next elevator up. Oh, she wanted to be alone together with Wenjiao's mother back then. Wenjiao's mother, she is really asking help for Miss Su. But suddenly, Wenjiao's mother, she got escaped silently when Mr. Wu was distracted speaking to Miss Su. This is the first time the two of them met with actual interaction. Now, Miss Su, she seems to be getting surprised when Wenjiao's mother she really ran forward towards her to ask help to save her from Mr. Wu, who's going beyond their expectation. Now, Miss Su said to her, careful, it seems to be Miss Wen back then. She was shaking. Also, she's really crying. She looks really terrified when Mr. Wu was chasing after her. Now, when reaching Miss Su's shoulder, she's crying hard. Wenshan, please don't be so shameless. Miss, please save me. Save me. She seems to be really wanting to save her, but her voice said, it's your blessings that I like you. Believe it or not, I will fire you tomorrow. Mr. Wu said to Wenshan. Well, Wenshan still, she was holding with Su. If you don't want to die, get out, Mr. Wu said to Miss Su. Well, back then, he doesn't know who is the person in front of them, and now, this really a misfortune. Who are you? Mr. Wu said, but someone got interrupted and said, Sir, please, why do you know who I am? Security, there's a disturbance over here. The floor manager was calling security in front of them, and Mr. Wu was getting eliminated. The manager, she was apologizing to Miss Su. Madam, I'm sorry to have frightened you. Now, they know that the person in front of them, it's not a simple person, that's why they're really apologetic to her. But Miss Su said to them, it seems that your hotel does not consider the quality of the guests. Now, they've been scolded by Miss Su back then. Of course, she seems to be getting surprised by this. The manager said, I will report your valuable feedback to the manager and he will not come again. Well, this time, they really been apologetic because of the case. Well, let's hope she can really return home safe. Miss So said, don't cry. I've driven that person away and he won't come back. so don't be afraid. As of now, Miss Sue is trying to calm down Miss Wen. Well, Miss Wen, it seems to be she's still crying, although she's not getting terrified anymore since Miss Sue was there beside her. Well, definitely, she's really shaky on that time. There's no need to do this as long as you're fine. Miss Wen, back then, she's trying to bow down on Miss Sue and said to her, "Thank you for helping me out." Well, for Miss Sue, of course, she's really approaching her. "I have to go home. If you don't mind, could you please give me your contact information?" Well, Miss Sue, she seems to be surprised and said, probably. She got really interested on her. That's why she gave her her number. But back then, when you have time, another day, I'll treat you to a meal as a thank you, Miss Swen said to Miss Sue. Now, they're really going to separate ways, but suddenly, Miss Wen said to her, "Where can you find a taxi at 1 in the middle of the night?" So it seems that back then, she was really afraid or moreover concerned about her security again. That's why it seems that she wanted to send her, but I didn't want to be abandoned in the wilderness in the middle of the night, so I came up to save her. Well, Miss Wen, back then, she seems to be getting curious about the way she treated by Miss Wu. But on that night, it seems that Miss Su to go back with her. Together, the two of them would stay at the night together. Well, Miss Sue, since Miss Wen is already calmed down, she's been hosting her for the night and asking her, "Would you like water or milk?" Miss Sue said, "Miss to Miss Wen." Now, let's see. It seems that Miss Wen back then said to her, "Mineral water is fine, but still, Miss Sue." She seems to be getting nicer towards Miss Wen when the two of them first meet up, and she'll treat her well. On that night, when Miss Wen was receiving the bottled water, well, she was holding the water and she was going to open it. But still, there's a lot of things on her mind, and it makes sense until she finds herself she was stirring the bottle of water and she's not speaking. Moreover, maybe she is still terrified about what happened tonight, and Miss Sue is nice to her by treating her well tonight. Well, let's hope we can see more about the fuss. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like the video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Membership is already open. For those who want to support, you can support me by joining a membership or you can directly support me by Ko-Fi. Thank you, bye!